Right, it's just another Saturday. Just out here getting some stress relief. I think that it's important that you have a couple of things that you can do to relieve stress throughout your life. For me, it's driving and it's also shooting. I like doing these two things to relieve my stress. Yeah, America. It's kind of cool, right? Yo, that is badass. So I'm getting a good shooting session going on over here.
Away from your shooting table.
Hey, went to town on these targets today. All right, so I just got done shooting here at the range and that was a good session. I just was practicing with my pistol and shooting at targets, and it's a nice open range that is out here, so I had a good time practicing my skills. I found a guy who let me borrow his rifle, his AR-15, and he had that thing so dialed in. He had a scope with a red dot, and I could pick off this bowling pin from very far out, and that was fun to do. So I think if I buy another gun, it's going to be an AR-15 next, because I've got a couple of pistols and a shotgun already. So something long range, I think an AR-15 would be good for my next purchase. And now, just getting some nice cardio at the lake. Vitamin D, essential for life. Okay, so this is the Senvoc. It is a wound closure device. So let's say I'm out here and I get a cut down my leg like this, right? This is how it looks to seal it up. So in this package, there is about a 2" by 2" piece of plastic here. And there's these zip tie kind of ties here that help to pull the cut together. Now this does have an expiration date, so that's interesting. So I bought this and it's expiring in about 2 years from now. So I think that this is a very good way to take care of any cuts, because sometimes if you're out in places like this where there's no doctor's office around and you can't just get stitches, this wound closure device would come in clutch. I think it's easy to just throw it in my backpack, easy to just take around with me, and just have some peace of mind that in case any kind of cuts happen in about a 2" by 2" space, then this can help to take care of that. Okay, it's rapid and easy to use. Nice quality air. What are we looking at? Oh, there's a bird up in the sky there. Look at that. It's diving. It's gonna catch a fish. Ooh. I think he caught a fish. The great outdoors. It's like this big though. See? Let me see if I can't show you here. This guy right there, he's flying. It's behind that tree. He caught a fish.
잡았나 봐. 잡았으니까 자는 거 아니야?
He's got it. It's behind that tree. You can
물고기가 있긴 하네.
see him flying there. I don't know where he's gonna go to eat that, but he's got a fish in his claw.
잡은 거야, 또 친구야.
Eating healthy. Oh, your camera's got to eat first too. Hey, so I'm just getting back home from going to church and going on a hike outside, getting some food out and about with my wife. And the thing that I was most impressed about going to church in such a long time is the spiritual renewal that I felt. So, like I said, it's been a few years since I went to church, and being Easter, I figured that I'd drop by and just pay a visit to the church in town. And going there, I just felt like this warm feeling there, and especially with my journey with cancer right now and recovery, I don't know how this is all going to play out. You know, it could be good in the end of this whole chemotherapy treatment. It could be bad. But in the meantime, while I'm trying to figure this all out, you know, prayer is very strong. The belief that things are going to be okay with the hope of prayer, and having that prayer with the priest that was there, it was just very comforting. He had a moment where he placed his hand over my head and was praying for me, and I felt that very powerful. There was some kind of warm presence that I felt coming through my body when he was praying over me. And it just felt really good to be in the presence of a church like that today. It being Easter, it being the day that he has risen and defeated death, that's an incredible testament to my spiritual journey and my belief in things that will be better for me through the power of prayer and following Jesus. So, I'm no perfect being by any means. I have a lot of flaws and sins that I carry through my life. But today, I'm thinking a lot about my spiritual fitness, my journey with following Jesus and trying to be more like him. Also, real quick, before I forget, I just wanted to give an update with my whole chemotherapy journey. I am happy to say that my tumor that was in my body has been reduced in size. I got a PET scan done that was done in a few days ago. I think it was sometime last week. I don't remember the exact date. But anyways, the test results showed that there was a reduction in that area, in the abdominal area, and there was also some tumors that were found that are completely gone. The way a PET scan works is they inject you with some kind of a tracer that is able to be scanned through this big donut looking machine that you put your whole body through, and they're able to detect where tumors science. This whole scan stuff, amazing stuff that we have. So now tomorrow I'm going to meet with my doctor. He's going to explain all of that because I don't understand everything that was in the results that were sent to me. And after that, I have 2 more sessions, one taking place later on this week, and then another one happening at the end of next month. So I'm very hopeful for this. After my 3rd chemotherapy treatment, it seems like it is working, but I'm still being very careful not to travel somewhere very far away because my white blood cell count is very low still. So I've got to be careful in being exposed to things like the cold. Something as small and simple as the common cold can be life-threatening for me, as my doctor has taught me, informed me. Other than that, I'm feeling pretty healthy. Last week I hit the gym. I was hitting my chest exercises, leg exercises, and I feel great. I went to church yesterday. I feel great. It's just that first week after chemo, it's a little bit tough, but just a couple more sessions of these, and I'll be able to feel good. And speaking of going to church, today the Pope passed away at the ripe age of 89. He lived a long time. So just giving my thoughts about that and listening to the documentary of him and his whole life and how he's done so many good things for the community, for the world. He was very outspoken on his beliefs. And I got to see some of the things that he did in the news. And I didn't know about this, but he was washing the feet of prisoners before he was washing the feet of people who went to church as an act of service. And he's a very humble person. Started out as a priest and climbed his way from cardinal, bishop, and to the higher position. But I wonder who's going to be the next Pope, because there's, after 9 days of mourning is what I was watching them say on the news, is when the new Pope will be elected. I think all the cardinals get together and then elect the new Pope. It'll be interesting to see. My parents, my mom in particular, she's very religious and believes in faith a lot. She wanted at one point in my life to be a priest. I didn't ever choose that route, but it always made me wonder, like, if I was a priest, if I was sitting at church, for example, instead of seeing that preach there yesterday, maybe that could have been me in his place, in his position, how my life would have changed. I don't have to pursue money like I have been in my life, and I wouldn't have had to save people's lives in different ways, adding value to their lives, living a purposeful life as a priest. That would have been an interesting change. Life, you never know which direction you're going in with life. Life is always full of mysteries. One moment you could be selling liquor at a liquor store. The next moment you find out that you have cancer. Oh no. Things just are always changing in my life. But hey, you know what the important thing is being able to adapt. That's what I think is important for anybody, no matter who you are. Just learn to adapt to the situation, because you'll be all right. If you have adaptability in your life, you will be all right. And on that note, I think I'm going to end this vlog slash, I don't know what you call this these days, documentary. But I do appreciate every one of you watching, tuning in, and even if you don't, I really like just documenting my journey with life, because there's only one story that's like mine, okay? And I'm trying to be transparent about it and live it out the best way I can, living life to the fullest. Thanks for watching, y'all. I'll see ya. Peace.